Good morning. Hayom Yom, Yud Zayin Nissan, the second day of the Eimer. So in the Haggadah, towards the beginning of Magid, we say the words V'chol hamarba l'saper b'yitzias Mitzrayim harei zeh meshubach. Anyone who spends a long time telling over the Pesach story, anyone who talks about it excessively, harei zeh meshubach. That is commendable. They are very praiseworthy. That's what we say. Now the Rebbe tells us that Chassidus explains that wherever the word zeh is used, it is referring to a very powerful spiritual experience. And that is a person's ability to perceive God and godliness as something real, as something palpable, as something tangible, as something experienceable. That it should become real. And where we find the word zeh used in that sense is actually two places in the Torah. One place is in Shemos. After the Jews experienced the splitting of the sea, they said the words, Zeh keli vanveu, this is my God. And Rashi right there points out that the wording is very strange, because usually the word zeh is used to refer to something which is very physical, very tangible. You say this camera, this person. God, though, is not a tangible thing, he's not a physical thing, so why does it say the word zeh? And Rashi explains that the revelation of godliness was so intense, was so powerful, was so real, that anyone, even a slave woman, was able to, so to speak, point to God. That's how real it was. That's how real it was. That's how palpable and tangible it was. That's what Rashi writes. And then the word zeh is used again in that sense in Yeshaya, where it's discussing the times of Mashiach and how intense the revelation of godliness is going to be in the times of Mashiach. And he says, in those times, everyone is going to say, Hine Elokeinu zeh. This is God. Again, using that word. So zeh basically is the human capacity to feel God and feel godliness in a real, palpable, tangible way. And the Rebbe says, based on that meaning of the word zeh, we can now understand this sentence in the Haggadah in a whole new light. And it means the following. It means, Chol hamarba l'saper b'yitzias Mitzrayim, anyone who spends a long time telling over the Pesach story, anyone who spends a long time by the Seder, the Pesach story is so powerful, the Seder experience is so powerful, that through that, harei zeh meshubach, their capacity of zeh, their capacity to experience God and godliness in a real way, in a tangible way, it should be something real and palpable, becomes meshubach, becomes upgraded. They will be able to experience God and feel the truth of Hashem and feel the truth of God in a much deeper, more profound way, more real way. It will become more real to them. That's what the Rebbe says. That's the Hayom Yom. Now, the Rebbe once wrote a letter to the Chassid Reb Nissan Neminov. And what he was writing to him about was that at the time there was this culture of taking excessively long vacations. And the Rebbe was writing to him to do everything in his power to try to influence the culture and the community to stop taking these excessively long vacations, because the Rebbe was not such a fan of vacation in general. He was particularly not a fan of excessively long vacations because the Rebbe felt like life is precious, every day is precious, and people have to be productive and using their time and maximizing their time. So this is what he wrote to Reb Nissan Neminov. And he told him at the end, he said, if you do this, harei zeh meshubach, which is an expression we use a lot. Anything that we say is commendable or praiseworthy, we use that expression, harei zeh meshubach. And he said, it would be very commendable for you to do this. And then he concluded, he said, and it's well known, the Frierdiker Rebbe's vart on this expression, which is the vart we just shared. And basically what the Rebbe was telling him, if you work towards this endeavor, harei zeh meshubach, your capacity to experience God and godliness will be increased. God and godliness will become real to you. Will become more tangible for you. Will become more palpable for you. And why that's amazing and incredible is that the Rebbe is basically saying that every time that expression is thrown around, every time that expression is used, that if you do this, harei zeh meshubach, if you do that, harei zeh meshubach, it doesn't just mean it's commendable and praiseworthy, it contains this deeper meaning. That through those actions, through doing those things, your zeh will become a shubach. God will become more real to you. Judaism will become more real to you. Yiddishkeit will become more real to you. Have a great day.